RSVP is part of a larger family of programs that are called under the Corporation for National Community Service, AmeriCorps, the Foster Grandparent Program, the Senior Companion Program, and the RSVP program. And all of us in some ways reach out to people and say, consider giving back. Consider using your skills, your talents, your passions, your time to address a need in the community. RSVP not only says to people, what is it that you love to do, but we also are given certain priorities, areas that are of greatest need. So we also need volunteers, to help tell the story of our community. And these are volunteers who really love the history of the community or something about the community. One of the greatest needs that we have right now is down at the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park.
My name is Steve Malkowski. I volunteer here at the Naval Park as a docent. We give tours on the ships and we stand watch on the quarterdeck of the Sullivans just to greet people coming onto the ships as they enter the park. Well, I retired from the National Guard in 2010. It took up a lot of my time and I figured I needed something to fill all that spare time that I had now. So I'd always had an interest here in the Naval Park. So I just stopped down one day and I talked to the guys and went through the training and became a docent here. The docents can add a little bit more flavor to the tour. Most of us are military veterans. You're able to give a little bit more of the history that isn't on the plaques that are on the walls of the compartments and stuff. And to make it a little bit more exciting for the kids. So we kind of jazz up the tour a little bit for them to make it exciting, and it gives me a lot of pleasure.
We always need more docents, and we always need more volunteers. It's just the way it is. Because, there's a lot of, especially maintenance-wise, we're chipping, scraping, priming, painting. And that, when you're talking a ship that's 610 feet by 66 feet, it's a lot to do.
We use volunteers for lots of different things at Reinstein Woods. And the RSVP program helps us attract seniors who might not otherwise think of volunteering here.
My name is Karen Smith, and I've been involved volunteering at Reinstein Woods for 14 years. I taught middle school for 32 years, so I want a different age level now. So I work with the little kids, and that's really enjoyable. And in the off season, I work as a greeter behind the desk, answering the phone and talking to people who come inside the education center.
So Karen's a great example of an RSVP volunteer. She came to us with this love of nature and really dove right in and found different parts of our volunteer program that really suited her.
Well, it's fun. The little kids are fun. They are excited. For example, the group that I went out with today, one of them said right at the end of the tour, "This was actually fun. I thought it was not going to be." So they say really neat things and they learn a lot about nature. So that's very rewarding. And I like to be outside myself, so it's rewarding for me too. It's a really wonderful hidden secret that a lot of people don't know about, and it's a beautiful place to come, and I like to promote it.
She's a good example of how you can take your passion and do something, give back to the community as a retired person.
I am one of a small army of volunteers who helps out at the Darwin Martin House, and I absolutely love it. I am allowed to be in a place that was designed by one of the great architects of the United States, and I'm helping to maintain that architectural gem for our community and for the world.
The volunteers at the Darwin Martin House are extremely important. We would not be able to operate without them. They are truly the lifeblood of our organization, and we appreciate everything that they do. And we're able to support our operations because of the dedication of their work. Without our docents, like Sue Nixon, who provides a tour, they are the ones who meet our visitors, they're the ones who greet our visitors, they're the ones who provide them with the experience here at the Martin House.
My name is Sue Nixon, and I am a docent here at the Martin House as well as at Grey Cliff. I have been a volunteer here probably for about 7 years. So basically I give tours of both homes and just really relate to our visitors the history, the restoration process. We've almost lost both of these beautiful homes, and it's wonderful to share the story with visitors from all over the world.
All you have to do is call our office manager, and depending on what area that you want to volunteer in, whether it's a maintenance portion, like I say, I'm always looking for them, or to be a docent, because we have, Western New York has so many former military members, and we have some that have never served in the military, but they're trying to continue the legacy of maybe their father, their grandfather, their brother, their husband, and which is awesome, because that's really what we try to do. We try to perpetuate the legacy, we try to educate, we try to honor the veterans that have served. And this is a way for people who do have an association with the military to come down here and kind of reconnect a little bit.
I just love it. The interaction with the kids, and you meet people from all over the world, and you get to talk to people from different parts of the world, and you get different perspectives on things. I love history. I love military history. I haven't been in the service for 30 years. And just to give some of that to people, so that they understand what life in the military is like. And then, the docents that we got here, they're a great bunch of guys. When we're not giving tours, we laugh and joke together, and we just have a good time.
Our volunteers and our staff work together to really make the experience wonderful, and that's one of the reasons why I could say that we've been #1 on TripAdvisor for the last 4 years in Buffalo, and it's because of the experience and the interactions that our volunteers have with our guests that come to the Martin House.
Volunteering here has just been such a joy. I mean, to be able to share the history and the story of these 2 architectural gems that we almost lost has just been really wonderful, and to learn. You can't stop learning. You have to keep going. And once you retire, again, you kind of lose that day-to-day interaction you've had with employees, so you need to keep involved, keep engaged, and this has been a wonderful way to do it, and I just love doing it, and it's fun. We have a lot of fun.
I think my favorite thing about being a volunteer is having, at the end of my tours, whether it be here or at the Martin House, people expressing how much they learned about the area and that they really loved their tours. I had a little boy come up to me at the end of the tour and pull at my arm and say, "You have a great job." Everybody needs a pat on the back once in a while, and when you're not working anymore, you very seldom get it. And I also can give back to the community and be busy at the same time.